Yes, during the week or last week, nine out of the 10 African teams made it, to the round of 32. And at the end of the round of 32, Moses, why are you looking at me like that? And at the, you don't want me to go there?
Go there.
And at the end of the round of 32, we have just two left: Morocco and Egypt, two North African brothers. In fact, they have relations in the Arab. The Arab world are dragging them. Africans are also dragging them. Only these guys can tell you where they belong. But the most important thing is they qualify for the World Cup as part of CAF contingent. So guys, let's start up with the game between Canada and Morocco. When I saw Morocco against Canada against South Africa, I don't have any choice. I just have to support one, and it's Canada. And because you have a whole lot of Nigerians there, it's not looking like a second home, to Nigerians. But against Morocco, I thought it was always going to be a big hurdle, for them to cross. I don't see their Moses, getting past the Red Sea, and indeed actually perished in there.
The level of performance the Moroccans have shown in this World Cup is tremendously good. I mean, on paper, you would say that they should be winning this one, and they didn't disappoint. They've represented Africa well enough. They've shown that that level of technicality that you want at the highest level in football, which is the World Cup, they are really showing it. At some point, you will watch these Moroccans and you struggle to even believe that they're African teams, because most of their players play in good or decent teams in Europe. And it's not just about that. They're showing a very good account of themselves, and this is why no matter what you think with the outcome of the Nations Cup, you cannot help but respect what the Moroccans are doing, because in the end they are representing the continent, and they are doing us very good. Now they've gone quarterfinals consecutively, which is something that has never been done before by an African team, and playing against what's their next opponent now?
France.
France now is a big order. They probably won't be able to beat France, but nonetheless, it doesn't really matter what they've done. At the moment, they are the best African side, and that's what they've shown here in the World Cup.
Moses, I think the last time we were in the studio, I talked about these guys being contenders. Yeah. Are they still?
I'm no longer pretenders.
You were the one that said they are contenders. Are they still contenders?
Okay. No, I think I said it, but they are no longer pretenders. They are. Okay. Oh, from that argument, but they are passing France. They are passing France next.
What is it from that argument? You wanted to change what you wanted to say.
I'll put that for Moses.
They are passing France next, and I don't know. What do you see? Morocco against France, basically, because if they are able to, if they surpass that hurdle, then I think I will see them in that light. Because what we are saying is contenders, like this guy can go on to win the World Cup. But there's this 10 test, their biggest test. I think the last World Cup, were they not knocked out by
France?
Yeah, they are knocked
semi-final.
Out by France. No, semi-final. So I think they will give everything. They will try, and let's go. If we beat France, can one call that offset? Maybe not, because they have actually arrived.
No. I think it will still be an upset.
It will still be an upset,
because this French side is far more superior than the one we saw in 2018. This French side is blessed, quality everywhere. Ryan Cherki is unhappy. He hasn't played.
No, who was on the bench? That's the problem. I think why he got angry was because they brought in Bakola. Because in the first match, you cannot say you want them to bench Doué or Dembele or Mbappe for you. But immediately Doué was dropped into the bench, you would think that it should be the one to step in. But instead, the coach went with Bakola, which is why this team is so good that they would threaten anything. Any team at all in the world. And the fact that Dembele is so humble that he's not even playing or he's not even acting like he's the current Ballon d'Or winner is what is making that French team even more united and playing well. Because the fact that they respected Mbappe enough to be their leader, and they have Ballon d'Or winner in the team, they have Champions League winners in the team, in the same attack. They have the Bayern guy, Olise, in the team. They have Cheki, who has done well for Man City this last campaign. So they are star-studded in the front, and the fact that they are playing together, uniting, and not letting ego get in their way is tremendously helping that team.
So let's look at Morocco and probably talk about their chances. I know that nobody want to face the French for now, but the fact is, if you want to be the best, you have to go through the best. You have to be the best. I don't like the fact that this is actually coming very, very early. This should have been probably a semi-final, kind of fixture, but it's coming in the quarter-final. And looking at the Moroccans as well, Moses and Hakim, these guys, they've scored goals. They've been impressive going forward. Also a little bit solid at the back. I don't know what to make of their chances, but I'm looking at the fact that if they are gonna probably stay in the game, because I mean the French have the best attack, and I think the French can actually outscore anyone. So I don't know if I'm right. I just feel like the Moroccans have to sacrifice a little bit of their attacking intent for them to survive against the French.
So you're expecting defensive, football in the way.
Ultra.
I mean, that won't work. You can't just sit back against France with the whole attacking talent they have. You see that to an extent. They
saw Paraguay.
They even get a penalty.
We saw Paraguay.
Yeah, but
they don't have the attack of the Moroccans, but they frustrated the French.
Yeah, they frustrated, but football won eventually. I don't think if Morocco decides to sit back, I don't think they stand a chance. Their strength actually is not in sitting back. Their strength is actually in attacking. Because when you have players like Saibari, the guy that just got signed by Bayern Munich, Hakimi also joined that attack. Brahim Diaz, these guys are attackers. Yeah. So if they have enough to sit back, and it shows that they have a whole lot of respect, for France. So in as much as they must attack, they must also defend. So but I don't think the coach will want to say, let's just sit back and give France to have the big day in the midfield. Anything could happen at that point. You can't sit back in the whole 90 minutes. So and that would be a pretender mentality against France.
For me, I think I'll go with Che on this one. If you are anything in the world and you want to play, you want to go and open play with this French attack, they will outscore you. So in the end,
I mean, that's my worry.
They will outscore.
That's my worry.
So if you are not going to be able to contend with or compete with them on that stand, you only have one option left, which is sit back and counter attack. We are not talking about totally sitting and defending all game. We are talking about defensive compactness, and then attacking when you have the ball. There's a way that you would defend, and then when you have the ball, you throw 3, 4, maybe even 5 balls off front. I think Kivler did that against Argentina, and that's the reason why they are able to get two goals against the Argentine. So if they play that way, I know what you're trying to say about totally defending 90 minutes. Of course, that is not going to work for them because they need to get a goal to go through, unfortunately. But if they can just sit compact, defend well, and hit the French side on counter, probably I think they stand a chance. But open play all through with the pace of Dembele, Mbappe running behind their defense line, I don't think they do.
That's my fear. I don't think they have what it takes to actually outscore the French. They don't. I don't think so.
In fact.
All right, guys. But then I will continue to support the Moroccans, and let's see how far they can go.